Commanders, and welcome back to Alliance Briefing, your weekly checkpoint for all things Marvel Strike Force. I'm BPG, and believe it or not, this is episode 18, which means the briefing is officially old enough to vote, get drafted into the Kree army, and maybe even open a dimensional portal or two. It's a coming of age moment, and just like a moody teenager, the news this week is a little quiet. But don't worry, there is still a lot going on. So without further ado, it's time to get briefed. Alright, so let's head off into the news and see what has been brought to us from across the multiverse. And I've got to admit, the official blog itself on the Marvel Strike Force website has been a little quiet, but there has still been plenty going on. So let's break it down, including the two new modes that came out this week. Negative Zone Harbinger, which has come with its share of cries of being free to play unfriendly, and I've already voiced my opinions on this, but I don't think it is free to play unfriendly. I think what it is unprepared player unfriendly. If you are building up to the newest teams, if you are following my advice in the jumping off point video, which I'm going to leave a link to up in the corner here, you will see that you could have done this event, and you still can. There are still 8 days left of this event. The big kicker to this event, and I can understand people feeling frustrated, is the fact that this event is the only other way to get points in the Odin leaderboard event. So free to play. This is the only other way to get points in the Odin leaderboard event, apart from spending power cores. And that I can understand sucks. If you don't have your vigilante team built, it is going to hurt a lot. I can fully understand that problem. But why don't you let me know how you're doing on the Negative Zone Harbinger in the comments down below. And next up, while it has had a few people crying about this event, Danger Room, this game mode, it is a limited time game mode. It's only around for a short period of time, and that is unfortunate because personally, I am loving this. Even on my baby account, this is absolute fun. Stressful on the baby account. It is very hard on the baby account. Don't get me wrong, but it is a lot of fun and I am enjoying it. And judging by a lot of the noises I'm hearing amongst the community, a lot of the community are liking this as well. Again, let me know your thoughts on the Danger Room in the comments down below. Now, during this week, we had this tasty little infographic put out with the legendary Quasar for our chapter 1. Chapter 2 with the fuzzy image of who the next legendary is there coming soon. Chapter 3 with another fuzzy image of a new legendary. And then Annihilus. But what was really interesting about this infographic was the fact that the next team was announced. We are officially getting a new team called the Accursed. And that began a whole load of theories as to what it was going to be. Accursed, initially, I will admit, I first thought it was going to be Malekith the Accursed. But it turns out quite possibly not, because later on in the week, they released these silhouettes for the 3 new characters. Now, if you look really closely here, in the middle of this silhouette, it actually says made you look. So we had this silhouette come out, and clearly in the middle here, if you zoom in a little bit, you can see here that you originally think that this is like swords out the back. But when you zoom in a little bit closer, you can see that there is a rough little bit here that makes it look more like a gun barrel than an actual sort of sword. And this is quite clearly a hooded figure. These horns are a fair giveaway as to who this character is. And this character with all the flames here, look, that are quite clearly around. Wonder if this character here is linked to this character right here. So we are looking at the Accursed Team. Let's go and take a look and speculate who it could be. So a bit of search fooing took me to this Legion Accursed from Earth 616. And the reason why this was quite interesting is because in the latest global milestone for the Danger Room, and this was kind of hinted at by community manager Pathfinder as well in one of Dorky Dad's streams this week. But we have had red stars and diamonds for both Juggernaut, aka Kane Marco, who is on this Accursed team, and also for Baron Mordo, or Carl Mordo as we know him. And it's quite interesting because this team also has links with Mephisto. And with a bit further investigation, we can see that the Legion Accursed is part of the Secret Wars 2 comic book series. Now that's interesting because Secret Wars is what we are currently going, or what Marvel is currently going through in this new sort of saga where we're going to have Doctor Doom coming back and everything like that. You can see here that the main character is Mephisto, has sent his agent Bitterhorn out to Earth to recruit an army of supervillains to battle against the Beyonder. This is quite important here. Juggernaut, Electro, Baron Mordo, Absorbing Man, and Titania. So Juggernaut and Baron Mordo being the two who are the going to be the reworked characters, I think, and that's quite clear from these sort of rewards we're getting from this multiversal Danger Room milestone. So as I said, we've got Kane Marco, better known as Juggernaut, and Carl Mordo, better known as Baron Mordo. But now we get into the real crux of this. Let's have a look at what we think the silhouettes could be. And this is certainly my guess on the silhouette for the far right hand side, and that is Satana Hellstrom. She is a succubus. She also has a brother called Damien Hellstrom. Very importantly though, when we look a little bit further down here, we see that they have some tie-in to the Thunderbolts, which is obviously a team we have just had. So that would make sense, them being in this chapter as well. We've also got the Spirits of Vengeance, so linking to sort of like a Ghost Rider-y type thing. And we know that Ghost Rider has links to the Mephisto, so that is all sort of tying in there. Although they're not part of the Accursed, that tie-in with Mephisto is quite cool. So she is definitely the one on the far right hand side, and on the far left hand side, I think it would be pretty stupid of me not to sort of say that it is going to be Damien Hellstrom. Again, links to the whole Ghost Rider thing, links to almost links to Mephisto, so to speak. So we have all of this here. As a superhero, he helped other heroes in the occult battle, including Ghost Rider, became affiliated with the superhero team Defenders, fell in love with Hellcat. So there's a lot there that is very much sort of linking these together in a rough suit, and we know that's what happens where Marvel Strike Force is concerned. And finally, who is a hooded figure who has guns? Well, none other than Parker Robbins, aka Hood. And what is really, really key about this, obviously seeing the silhouette, you would go with this, but also going down into his stuff, he also was summoned by the omnipotent Beyonder as another one of his sick cosmic gains, which involved slaying opponents. So he has links to the Beyonder, which is linked to that original Legion of the Accursed. And if we go down a little bit further, the most recent comic run with Hood in, Hood becomes the Ghost Rider. So he makes a deal with Mephisto to regain his power, and he then gets imbued by the spirit of vengeance, which is the Ghost Rider. So that again links to Mephisto. I think we're pretty good there. So we are going to say this middle one is Hood, Satana Hellstrom, Damon Hellstrom, and then our reworks of Baron Mordo and Juggernaut will be the characters who finish off the Accursed. Why don't you let me know down in the comments below what you think is the new Accursed team. Okay, and as I said at the beginning of this new segment, the blog on the website was fairly quiet. We only have one blog this week between last Friday's Friday blog and this Friday's Friday blog. And that was Invasion Event Quasar on the 19th of May. So let's take a look at this one together. Okay, so the Invasion Event Quasar, the incredible power of the quantum bands makes Quasar a cosmic explosion in battle, but you can infuse even more power into his attacks with red stars. Whether you've already unlocked him and are beginning to gear him up, or you're still working your way towards recruiting him, you can dive into the Invasion Event Quasar to grab his red stars. Here's how this event works. So it's a chapter long fight. So this event is going to run once a month during chapter 1 and calls on your newest teams to fight through foes to bring back red stars for Quasar. Invasion Event Quasar initially opens with 8 missions during the first run in May, with 4 missions becoming available during the June run and the final 4 in July. Run scores: clear all the mission nodes to earn the most points possible towards your run score. So this is like a traditional Scourge. And then you're going to be earning red stars. We're not only earning red stars in this event, there is some really nice rewards in this event. Difficulties and mods: customize your runs by selecting a difficulty from 1 to 10. So that's going to allow all commanders pretty much to get in. Difficulties 5 and above will require the following traits: Harbinger or Quasar for missions 1 and 2, Vigilante or Quasar for missions 3 and 4. Missions 5 and 6 is Vigilante or Thunderbolt or Quasar, and missions 7 and 8 is Harbinger or Quasar. Now, what they have said is that in the event itself, and it was clarified by Pathfinder, is that Quasar for this event will be getting, or will have, the Vigilante tag and the Thunderbolt tag. So he will be able to be used as like a 5th member of the team. So slot in for one of the members that you might want to drop, possibly one of the reworked members. Or if you don't have all the members of said Thunderbolts team at the moment and you still need those 5 to make it work, or the Vigilante team, then you can slot Quasar in. There's some mods available, but I'm not going to go over all of those. I will do a video on this once I have done. And this event is going to start on the 27th of May, which is going to be Tuesday. So be ready by Tuesday to get into this event. Now, there is one more thing I want to shout out, and that is next Wednesday. We have the return of the Marvel Strike Force Cosmic Crucible Tournament, the Envoys Cosmic Crucible Tournament. So the CCCCC, the 5C tournament is back. And in it, we have Dorky Dad, we have Juicy, we have Zero Cool Gamer, we have Mobile Gamer, we have Valley Flying, Desir, OG Diamond Dave, and Bendable Straws all joining in on this. And from what I hear from certain envoys, there's going to be the Accursed team available to look at in this event. So join them on Wednesday. Go and join one of your favorite content creators. So this event will probably go on for about 3 hours. That's usually the time period that they have. And remember, if there are Twitch drops next week, the time you spend watching them on this will go towards your Twitch drops. And that is it for this week's news. Now let's head over to the Signal Boost and see what's been going on with the other content creators in the world of Marvel Strike Force this week. And first up, if you are stuck in the negative zone, there are plenty of guides out there. Dorky Dad came in with a how to farm negative zone free to play that I want to focus on here, but I also have my own guide that I will link in the top corner as well. So check either one of those out. There are other content creators out there that had a lot of them, but this had a very important point in it about resource management. Go check it out. And with a new game mode, the Danger Room, coming to the game, there were obviously a lot of guides put out by content creators, but there were two that stood out to me. The first one was this one from Gideon, How to Win Fast, which was a beginner's guide to the Danger Room. And the other one was from OG Diamond Dave. And again, this was a 101 how to navigate. These weren't going through the runs as such. These were basically good points telling people how the Danger Room works and what you need to do to play in the mode itself. And then finally, we have two videos from Dimman2323. Now, I really like these videos, and I hope he continues doing these as time goes on, and maybe even does them for other Dark Dimensions and so on and so forth, because they are really, really good content. This is where he takes new characters that come into the game, into the Professor Xavier saga, to see, are they good enough for the saga? In this one, he takes in Hyperion and Ghost, and in this one here, he takes in Hank Pym and Captain Britain. Now, I feel these are invaluable because not everyone has the resources to be able to take characters up to G20. And so knowing where your best bang for buck is really, really important. So I really do hope that he carries on making these videos. And don't forget, if you check any of these creators out, please do tell them that BPG sent you. Don't forget to leave them a like, subscribe to their channel if you're not already subscribed, and leave a comment in the comments for them. This is what keeps the community thriving and makes this community great. And so now we'll head on over and take a look at Friday's blog. Okay, so here we are in the Friday blog. Prepare for the invasion. Greetings, commanders. Here is your battle plan for May 24th through 30th. So ongoing was the multiversal Danger Room, where you could earn 100 Victoria hand shards and lots of intel. And as we said, on top of that, we have had bonus rewards of red stars and diamonds for both Baron Mordo and Juggernaut. Monday, the 26th of May, we have the Victoria Hand Strike Pass. Now, I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. These strike passes are coming out at a rate of knots. We are getting new characters in our hands so quickly now as players. I really, really like this change to Marvel Strike Force. We also have the Harbinger Week 4 starting. We'll take a look at what those events look like in a moment. On Tuesday the 27th, we have the Invasion event Quasar and also the Old Man Logan trial. Now I wonder, by Tuesday, can I get my baby account into a position where I could possibly try the Old Man Logan trial with some of the new teams? And May the 30th at 2 p.m. is a Captain Britain event. Oh my god, this character just needs to be given to everyone at this point, in my opinion. He's such an old character, and although the team does still work, I just feel like it's missed the boat a bit, this one. Keep an eye out for an inbox message alerting you to character availability. We have the Starjammers going to the Bumps and Elite store. Awesome. Invasion event Quasar and Quasar Red Stars. Ensure you can rip apart Alliance War helicarriers when you unlock Quasar by earning his Red Stars from this essential event. If you haven't already, check out all the recent details in our blog, which we did earlier, so you can hit the ground running. And don't forget, you can deploy your Quasar during this event to maximize your efforts. Invasion Quasar begins on Tuesday at 2 p.m. at PDT. Rise of the Allfather, week 2 for Odin Diamonds, Mystic Gear. It's a tough event, guys. It is a tough event. There is a lot of people spending on this event, it seems, and indeed a lot of free-to-play players spending power cores, because it is tough to get into that top 5,000 at the moment. We have the multiversal Danger Room, which is going on at the moment. Hopefully you have unlocked your Victoria hand by now. Harbinger Month 1 events. Week 4, going to begin on Monday. The daily objectives are going to be battling in raids. This is usually 8 raids, so that's going to be pretty good. Weekly objectives is to promote Quasar to any red star. I wonder if there's going to be multi-steps in that for each red star that you manage to do. Play Crucible battles and win Crucible battles. That's really cool. I love playing in Crucible at the moment. Rewards are going to be gold and intel. Premium objectives is going to be raid with Thunderbolts at gear 20. That is a premium objective, but luckily, Dimman2323, as I mentioned earlier in the signal boost, has you covered. Go check his Professor Xavier ones out, because that is going to tell you the characters that are worth taking to gear tier 20 if you want to get some of these premium objectives, because the premium rewards here are Thunderbolt Diamond Orbs. We also have Strike Salute Milestone to commemorate the launch of the Command Center. We'd like to show our thanks for your continued support by throwing a player appreciation event, Strike Salute. Head to the Command Center to earn points and then claim your rewards in the milestone sections. So how it works, collect salute tokens from the Harbinger Week 4 daily objectives, raid battles. Rewards are training modules, gold, gear, and shards for Liberty and Starjammers. So good. That's going to be so good for newer players as well. Starting on May the 26th, so that's Monday. So let's get into this week and get it going good. I'm not going to go over the Friday free claim. Twitch drops this week. Only 2 hours. Only 2 hours to watch, guys. 20k intel. 200 L4 training modules. If you want to do that all in one go, go and watch the Cosmic Crucible Content Creator Clash Tournament Envoy thing on Wednesday. It'll be well worth your time. You'll be able to see new teams in action. Oh, such an exciting time in the game at the moment. Race to X Shard gift winners in celebration of Johnny, the first commander to complete the Race to X. We held a player vote on the Marvel Strike Force Community Discord this week. What? You're telling me you're not a part of the Marvel Strike Force Community Discord? Shame on you. Get over on the Discord and join in. The results are in and the winners are Havoc and Howard the Duck. Commanders can expect an orb for each character, 2 orbs total, in the supply store next week, both guaranteeing 50 character shards. Commanders level 25 and above will receive enough orb fragments to open 2 orbs, 100 Howard shards, 100 Havoc, or 50 shards for each. It's your choice. Join our official MSF Discord today to participate in future votes, games, trivia, and more. And they've got a little link to the MSF Discord there. What a cool blog. Not a lot in there, but what a cool blog. It sounds like we are going to have an awesome week next week in Marvel Strike Force, and I cannot wait for it to come round. Why don't you let me know down in the comments below what you think of next week in Marvel Strike Force. Are you excited? I know I am. And that wraps up episode 18 of Alliance Briefing. We're officially an adult now, but don't expect us to start acting too seriously. There might not have been a ton of news this week, but there's still plenty to play, plenty to plan, and plenty to enjoy. And if you found this helpful, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it with your Alliance mates. And don't forget, if you want to connect with me or grab my infographics, join the Jetson Squad Discord. Link is in the description down below. And until next time, Commanders, stay positive.